tricky. It's never been done before. It's gonna need planning and a large crew. When was the last time you were in Vegas?
Look, they already wired the advance, but I'm paid, I don't even gotta touch it. If I'm staying quiet, then you know I'm up to something. Yellowtail on the black card, cause I ain't buzzing. And I know it stings when you see me out in public. Always call me cousin, I am not your cousin. Used to say I didn't care for dollar signs, now I pay my mortgage out for Spotify. Yeah, whoa, asking for a feature, I don't got the time. Plus I heard the song and honestly I'm overqualified. And I got some people in my corner that's gon' ride for me. I got a woman by my side who really died for me. I got the labels on the line, they want the pie from me. But I ain't splitting nothing with them, you ain't signing me. Okay, go, come and get it, I'm running with it and ain't no looking back. Tunnel vision to 100 million is sitting in my lap. Hunger hitting, I'm done with sitting, I gotta get to bat. Everything that I pitch is a hit, I don't ever slack.
When that perfect hand comes along, you bet big, and then you take the house.
Used to being late to moments, so I ISO. Had a plan to see for them to see they had their eyes closed. Guess I should've focused on the high notes. All of that embellishing probably get you somewhere where you from. City jumping for the moment till you folded with a run. Homies pockets happen when they patch your back, you dropping funds. ATM to all you people, you're Knievel, what a stunt. Oh, pardon me, need the moments I gotta breathe. Start a tangent, start advancing, straight from heart to my arteries. Risk it all for my main supporters. Ship a beat when I face a shortage. Beat is all in my chain, my need more danger, might have to make an order. Think if I give any more spots to these boys, won't be nothing left. Undersold, underrepresented, I am unimpressed. Overestimated how much ego needed to success. We gon' need it in a check. Pretty interesting, any blessing came with stretching out and stretching out in space. In my chair, walls closing, ain't no pockets left to run. But I ran them out of building, didn't count it on my hands. They gon' have to cut the payment in advance, in advance.
You think we need one more? You think we need one more? All right, we'll get one more. We'll get one more. We'll get one more. We'll get one more.
Oi, on your mark, set, go. It's about to be a go. If I really let it go, I don't do it for a scheme. Gonna do it for a price. When we do this shit together, though, you have to pay it twice. We don't need a chauffeur, we can bust it. You crane your neck like I'm Russian. Trying to figure out if it's yourself or saying something, but I'm rushing them. In the head, in the neck, in the spine, in the bus depot, on the train, on my airline. Wait, what? Tell the referee that I'm traveling, and I don't give a free throw. Bitches pay for javelin. In your neck, you get no respect. I'll be laying up the dunks like I'm sleeping on a jet. Let's call the carpenter, or you gon' need defense. And I'ma bring the wood, and you gon' pay the rent. On your backboard, getting bored out in the classroom, let alone the court side. You be off the court soon, crying on the bench, watching me getting airtime. Mic in my hand, dropping verses in my spare time. Whoa, hold up, wait a minute, bring it back. If I was a betting man, I bet you were rewind that.
If anybody can guess the movie that I watched with my mom, dad, sons, and wife tonight, I will give you a $5 credit. You get one guess only, so wait for a clue. I will say it had an actor in it that was also a voice of one of the main circle of characters in the new Mario cartoon movie. So again, watch this movie with it's one of my dad's favorite movies. So I'll give you that clue. So it's one of my dad's favorite movies. It had an actor that's also a voice of one of the main circle of characters in the new Mario movie. And you only get one guess. Jamie, I'm not going to count that one. But I will take a shot to the Bills draft. They were to sneak in a 6'6" or 6'5" wide receiver by the name of Shorter. We needed the big targets. We got two. Listen, we got a tight end, a wide receiver. Even if it's later round, we can work with it. I'm all right with our draft. James Rea, $5 credit. School of Rock. Did I say we were watching that? Or did you just guess it? That is. James Rea gets $5 credit. He was the first person to answer. Good guess, James. Glad you guys are in here tonight. I'm going to knock this shot counter down to 3. I haven't had a shot in 2 weeks. 2 weeks! Did I say Jack Black? Or did I say Jack Black? Or did I say the voice of a character? It could have been Chris Pratt. Did I say Jack Black? I may have. I'm not even drinking. I had 3 beers all night. He is Bowser, but there was Chris Pratt in there, and there's like Charlie's in there too as Luigi. So he does a good Bowser. Peaches, 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 peaches. Cheers, you guys. Go Bills. I ain't built for that shit. I need my energy drink. Oh! Ah! That's a good question, Caden. I will get to that tomorrow. This weekend has been a bit of a family weekend. I appreciate you. Like, listen, we had one break. Well, did we just do one yesterday? Just the baseball yesterday, I think. We're doing one today, and we have one more up tonight. But tomorrow's going to be a little bit of a day where I try to get caught up on stuff. Weekends are tough because the kids are, home all weekend. Sports did get canceled today. Dude, so we went to Sam's Club. For those of you who don't have Sam's Club, it's like Costco. A lot of people say Sam's Club's better. A lot of people say Costco's better. I guess it's like the Wawa Sheetz debate in our area. But either way, I like it. There are good deals there, but my wife and I can't take no responsibility. I have to be somewhat responsible. We absolutely get suckered into buying shit we do not need. Like, I got pineapple jalapeno popper dip, and it's not like a little bit. It's like a quart of it. It's a big container of it. And there he is, Will Levis. So we spent, I don't want to tell you what we spent, but it was more than I've ever spent at a grocery store, ever. Like, unless it was for, like, my son. We spent about the same as what I do for my son's birthday party. That's the sad thing. And, we got good stuff, but it's just more than we need. It's like a lot of the shit you would never buy, but you're there. They have really unique things. Like, I'm trying to think of some of the shit we bought. And they get you, dude. So, like, now it's cool. You know how, like, so, like, this is the kind of place that hands out samples. And I saw something new today I never saw. It was really cool. You take your Sam's Club card and you scan it. It's a membership card. And now they have a little kiosk. Instead of, like, if it's just like a nut bar, like there was this really cool Nutri-Grain bar. And they're like, oh, scan your card here. Cool. Enter your email. We'll let you know we have coupons for this product. Cool. You're going to sell my email. That's whatever. My son really wanted one of these dark chocolate, like, granola candy bars. Damani Jackson, Mitchell Tinsley. And one just pops out like a vending machine. I thought that was pretty cool. Graham Mertz, Calzada, Will Anderson, Jermaine Burton, Tanner Morgan, Will Rogers. There's a Bo Nix, Kool-Aid McKinstry, and then an Isaac Rex Green. This is numbered 72 out of 99. Anybody talk to me? What was your favorite part of the draft? What was the most surprising part of the draft? I know it's got to be Joey Porter for you, Steelers fans. That was a nice pick as the first pick in the second round. Raleek Brown, Xavier Worthy. There's an Xavier Worthy Ramblin'. Jackson Dart, Billingsley. There's a Levis. Will Rogers, Bryce Young, and Isaac Rex. The crazy thing about this year is that, like, Bryce Young, all those guys that were drafted this year were actually first in last year's product. The draft that you're going to the draft in Detroit. Oh, that's right there close to your way, right, Caden? In the like near Canada. Near Canada. I think I might do a mixer of, I might have to get some more, but do a mixer of some of this year's and last year's, and then do it as an NFL mix, but also do 2 additional spots and do an NIL spot from any of the NIL cards from the 21 stuff, and then another spot for NIL from 22. So I know that's kind of weird, but the NIL spots seem to be super valuable. So you would only get half the boxes, but obviously you're going to get still more cards in each of those than most people will. Will Anderson, Walker Howard first. We got Armstrong, Garwo, 2020, Jordan Travis, and Xavier Valade, running back out of Arizona State, first Bowman autograph. You like the kicker Moody in the third? Was that the Niners? And there's a Stetson Bennett. Hey, did he get drafted? He's a Bulldog, so did the Eagles draft him? Do these players just automatically start to go to the Eagles? And how about an Anthony Richardson first? He went in second round. Who'd he go to? I forget who he ended up going to. There's a Dylan Gabriel for the Sooners, Thompson Robinson, Mason Smith, Colson, Xavier Worthy Silver, and Cade McNamara. He went to the Rams. That's a good spot for him, right? Wait, Richardson didn't go to... Richardson went to the Rams? Wasn't he a really early... Didn't he go... I thought he went to a team, like an eligible team. Meaning that I thought he'd have a good chance to get started right away. Who did Hendon Hooker end up going to? Oh, Bennett went to the Rams. Richardson went to the Colts. That's what I thought. The Colts. I was like, I thought he went to the Colts. Bennett went to the Rams. That's a good spot for him. That's an even better spot for him. I was thinking when I said good spot for him, who did Hendon Hooker go to again? I'm trying to like take it all in. Honestly, after I watched the first round, it was late night on Thursday, and then yesterday I did not do much follow-up at all. Hendon Hooker went to the Lions. So it's so funny. So the Lions and the Rams, who were involved in that Stafford and Goff trade 2 years ago, also took 2 quarterbacks this year. Both players, so Richardson and Hooker, have a good shot of getting time this year. You know, like, I mean, the way Stafford's been going, I mean, let's be honest. His wife doesn't want him to play anymore. He suffered some serious injuries last year. It's Goff's team to lose as far as the Lions go. But I think, you know, it was funny. The Titans came out today and pretty much said that it's Tannehill's job to lose. That's an interesting statement. There's a Cam Rising purple. And Cam Rising, again, you have the list right up there. You can see. I'll go out of the names. I'll look at some of the names here that I should have been looking at. There's a Hendon Hooker. There's a Gibbs. He ended up going to big news today. That went to the Detroit Lions, and then Detroit traded DeAndre Swift. The Eagles need new. Oh, speaking of him, there you go. That's out of 199. Hendon Hooker, who had him going out to Larry. Larry, you've had a good week with college product. There you go. Good job, Larry. And by the way, the autograph that we pulled earlier, let me find it. The Xavier Valade. That ended up going, let me go over to our list because I hate to not say who got the autographs. Take a minute to do that. Valade went to James Rea. The Hendon Hooker going out to Larry. There you go, Larry. Larry, who did the Browns draft that I saw you post something about the Browns drafted a quarterback they said that could compete with Deshaun Watson? First of all, we know that's bogus. Let's not buy into that nonsense. Just funny that they do that, though, right? That they start that rumor. And how about Spencer Sanders, not Strider, Oklahoma State? Oh, is my dog going to puke on this floor down here? Poor Macy. She's not going to last much longer. Michael Mayer, Jaleel Billingsley, Caleb Williams first. And there's a Mims, Rambler Man, Spencer Sanders first. Will Levis, there we go. Ty Simpson. And here we go. Trevor Etienne out of 399. Trevor Etienne, that's going to be going out to. Trevor Etienne goes out to Jesse Bushel. Yeah, Macy's struggling, man. We put her on that meds thinking maybe it would help her. It's not been good. I don't know if it hurt her more. May have to get her back into the vet this week. I saw Noah Sewell. Did he go to the Bears? Did I see that? Oh, come on, Mace. Please don't throw up, buddy. All right. Someone sent a silent shot, they said. What's a silent shot? Oh, Dougie sent one. All right, here we go. I'll take another one. Let me get this stuff out of the way. I'll pour one up. We got to knock one off. We're down to 3. By the way, there is a mix-up for later. It looks like if I check this list real quick for the mix that's up, we might be closed. We're down to 3 spots. $25 a spot. It's got Clearly Don Russ. It's got Contenders Optic, and then a box of Playbook. Pretty cool mix. Where's my bottle of liquor? I barely know her. Pour one up, then we'll watch these videos. Good to hang out with you guys. Listen, this is my last night of drinking until next Friday. I can't drink on Sundays. I got to pour a little more in there. That doesn't even count. Oh, that's almost too much. One extreme to the other. That's what I try to avoid. All right. Jamie sent a silent shot. Are you wearing a Suns jersey? Or is that jersey wearing you? What's going on? Why you got to be quiet? Are you hiding from your girlfriend? What is this nonsense?
This is unbelievable. I can't. Thank you enough. This is unbelievable. I can't.
What's the deal here, Jamie? I'm very confused. Blink twice if you're being held hostage by a woman. What in the Sam Tarnation's going on over there, Jamie? I don't like it. Do you lose them? Do you need to find them? Your marbles? Like in Captain Hook? Here we go. We'll show a real man's video.
Cheers. Pay up, suckers.
Pay up, suckers. Ah. I almost sneezed on that one.
Cheers. Pay up, suckers.
What's up, Jamie? What's going on, man? And he took a little ripper. I can't do that. You want to hear something cool? I took my son yesterday to pick up sushi. And I was maybe a little tuned up. Tad. Nothing bad. But I was like, dude, he was listening. We were listening to rap. And I was like, I saw him in the back seat. I was like, you trying to hear what he's saying? He goes, no, he's rapping too fast. I said, oh, you got to hear a real fast rapper. He's on the girl's couch. What? You got to be quiet? Why don't you introduce us to the lady? You've never been shy or bashful. Is it real or is this a fake one? Did you make this whole thing up, Jamie? Is this something you ordered online? It's like got Chat GPI built in and she like talks to you so you think it's real, like her with Joaquin Phoenix. Is that what this is and you just don't want to admit to it? It's cool, man. Sometimes it's better. But anyhow, I introduced my son to Busta Rhymes. Dude, he was loving it. She's unreal. Jamie, stop it. We'll believe it when we see it. All right, here we go. Gilbert, McKinstry, Xavier Worthy. There's a Levis, Buckner, Jackson Dart, Jaleel Billingsley. We got Tailua, Bryce Young. Again, they're not first. Logan Diggs. How about a Jordan Travis first out of 150? Jordan Travis going out too. I don't like how quiet everyone's been lately. Dougie, I'm glad you sent me a real video. Where's everyone at? Someone tag Jason Holmes. I should have posted the video on here. I'm going to tell people. I'm going to post it on our page and tell them to come hang out. Maybe we'll get some people to hang out. All right, Jordan Travis out of 150. Jordan Travis going out to the Jays. Going to be Fred Bell. There you go, Fred. Fred was taking a little nappy earlier. Cam Rising, first Bowman. Brennan Armstrong, Burton. Walker Howard. Ty Simpson. Urasek, first Bowman Chrome. And Trayshawn Holden. Uh-oh. You know what's the problem? I haven't had a shot in 2 weeks, and those two felt really good. Don't derail me, Blazing. Don't turn me into the monster. Do you think KFC's still open? That's what happens, dude. And I haven't slept much this weekend because my son, Cohen, is developing this awful habit of he's learned that if he says he doesn't feel well, he can come over into the bedroom. And I'm not a fan of it. I told my wife, this is not working. like, we've had pretty good boundaries with the kids, and like, hey, you're in your bed. They share a room now so that they have each other. They're not allowed to unlock doors. That's been bad. Catch something they don't want to see. Brennan Armstrong, that's a refractor there. I wish they would have done less refractors. There's Stetson Bennett and Anthony Richardson. They seem to go back to back. And a Bryce Young there. Dorian Thompson-Robinson, Jaron Hall, Cam Rising, and Will Rogers. That's going to be numbered out of 25 to the dub spot. Will Rogers, David Populars. There you go. Invicta. Is it Invicta or Invictica? There it is. 22 out of 25. Will Rogers out of Mississippi State. Nice car. We got two nice QB autos there. But yeah, he's developing this habit. So I have not slept well this week. Bo Nix, Spencer Sanders, and Jabari Small. Should still have another auto coming out of this. I know that 21 in this product was not licensed, but Jason and I agree. It is a superior product. I think it's a superior product. It's the mixer's full. Awesome, Scotty. Yeah, I plan on doing that right after this, so thank you for letting me know. Yeah, hopefully get your payments in if you haven't. We'll random that up right after this, and we can hang a little bit later. But we're also 2 shots down. I got to knock this down. Yet last year's was a better product. The argument is, well, it's not licensed. I'm sorry, but like I have to understand. I have to understand why that's a problem. Well, because it doesn't have this or this. I mean, it's a licensed manufacturer. Topps is a licensed manufacturer because it doesn't say Georgia on it. I'm okay with that. I'd rather have a better product. You know, it's always been my argument with Leaf. Well, you know, they're not licensed. No, but they have game used swatches on their stuff. Game used. Oh, well, Panini's licensed. You're right. And your AJ Brown just had your Carson Strong just had a AJ Brown, that's a bad example. It just had somebody that doesn't play for Philly anymore. That was drafted by him. They don't play. People are ripping apart those jersey cards, and they're opening it up, and there's just like, who's this guy? It says his jersey on the back. Topps is not licensed for football yet. They aren't until 2026, but they can get licensed. They do have licensed collegiate. That's why this is Bowman University. That's why you're not seeing any NFL players in this. It's called Bowman University, so they're allowed to have college emblems. Topps cannot be licensed for football, but they weren't last year. Last year they still were not. So the first year they did Bowman Chrome, Scott, they could not use the college. Well, it wasn't NIL existed, but Topps didn't have a license. 2026 they'll have it, Scott. Unless they buy Panini early and get the rights from them early. But 2026 is the first time they can do it. CJ Stroud, there you go. Maybe it'll be a good draft year. There's a Sewell, Sam Hartman. And then Phil Dracovic, first Bowman out of $3.99. That's going to be going out to John Stevener. I just hope they don't do to it what they did for Topps Chrome Baseball this year, which was an absolute disaster. Ever since Fanatics came in and took over, they've just really funked a lot of things up, unfortunately. So I hope it's just, which I kind of anticipated. If you guys remember me saying that, I said, they're going to have growing pains. Everyone thought they were going to come in and fix things. I'm like, they're actually probably going to have some more problems to begin. It's just like whenever you do, you know, you're like things you don't anticipate. Jordan Travis refractor. Isaac Rex, tight end, first Bowman, that's the purple. But I have a feeling they'll get them figured out. Jaron Hall, but hopefully sooner than later. Butte, Aiden O'Connell. What is this? Zach Evans, 2-numbered in this one. This is going to be out of 50. Zach Evans, another one for you, David. Did you take the box? There you go. Anybody else going to send me some shots? We got to get these. Listen, we got to get these shots down to 0 because I can't drink till next Friday. Doug, does your date still not show up? Scott, is that the product you're most excited for out of Topps? For me, it's if they do fully get the license, I'm excited for NFL Bowman's Best. It's my favorite Topps product. It's like not super high end. These are ones. Oh, Caleb Williams, Bijan Robinson. There's a Joey Porter, Hendon Hooker. Man, nice little run here. Ryan Helinski, Junior Colson, Tyler Van Dyke, and C.J. Stroud. And there we go. Nice little run of cards there. Yeah, I'm excited for Bowman's Best NFL because I always said that would be the product that I would go hard on as a collector if they had it in football. I think there's just enough color. 2 autographs per inner. At least that's how it is in baseball. It might not be that in football. All right. That is box number 2 down. A couple nice autographs there, though. 3 numbered so far. One of them a Hendon Hooker. Another one out of 25 of Will Rogers. The Zach Evans obviously out of 50 gold. That's pretty nice. Our mixer is full. It'll be the last one of the night. Little random mixer. Probably going to try to do another baseball mix tomorrow with a little more Bowman. Our Stroud's not good because they're not first. I mean, it's not that they're not good. An auto would be great. A numbered would be great. But it's just like any second-year card. I mean, and it's still college. So it's like if you can get a numbered one of him or his autograph, which he has both in here, but his base is just like a Josh Allen, second-year base card. It's like, yeah, they're good, but it's college, it's I would say that it's probably just a CJ Stroud base second year out of this. It's not a refractor. A refractor, maybe, I would say less than $1, like 50 cents would be my guess on a product like this. At a show, you might get like $1 or $2 for them if you put it out at a table. I don't think they'll sell like that on eBay because you have to pay shipping and stuff. I could be wrong, maybe in a lot. But yes, numbered stuff, great. Autographs, obviously, great. Urasek, let me know what you guys think. Scott, what are your thoughts? You do a lot more eBay selling and stuff than I do. Hendon Hooker and Caleb Williams. Will Levis. There's a Hendon Hooker there. CJ Stroud. See, I just think, CJ Stroud, again, it's his second year card. It's just a base. If this is a refractor, maybe. But I would say, Scott, what do you think? Or anybody that's in here that does a lot of selling. I know Scott sells a lot. I don't know, 50 cents. I don't want to assume. Dylan Gabriel. That's going to be another numbered one out of 199. There you go. He was. And Jamie, you bring up a great conversation that Jason and I have had a lot. This is what's going to be different. Never before have we had a draft where players are on their second year of cards when they get drafted. That happens in baseball a lot. Not baseball when they come up to the majors. But now this is the first time we've had the year where a player gets drafted where they've already had NIL. See, the NIL deal changed everything. A Stroud on first, probably $2 or $3. Okay, so I'm a little off on that. So, Jamie, I'll definitely go back and grab those out then. Bryce Young there. But that's the thing, is this NIL deal changed everything. There's a Jahmyr Gibbs first refractor. Do you know what I'm saying? So, the NIL deal flipped things up. Normally, that Dylan Gabriel's a big hit. That's our third numbered quarterback autograph out of this mix. This is a good 4-boxer so far. So, and that's what that's what the big question is. This is what Jason and I talk. I'm not kidding when I say hours a day. And our question becomes how are, so a guy like Caleb Williams, now this is his first this year. So next year will be his second card out. But there are going to be guys like that, Maricola or whatever, that's going to be a freshman. He's going to have 3-4 years of cards out, 3 years of cards out before he gets to the NFL. Think about that. He is going to have a first, a second, and a third year. And on his 4th year of cards for now the NIL have deals, that will be his year he gets drafted, because you have to go for at least 3 years. Is that not insane? So that's what's going to really change. And Jason and I talk a lot about, like, in a couple years, same as Bowman baseball prospects, right? Exactly. It's going to be a lot like baseball. Jordan Travis, just less players. Walker Howard there. Cam Rising, Bryce Young, Nathaniel Dow. I'm going to go back through and pull out all the Youngs and stuff in a minute here. Trenton Simpson, and there's a Mason Smith blue out of 199. So Scott, you do say like even the second year ones were $2 or $3. That's good to know. I didn't expect them to be that much. But of course, I mean, listen, man, I always undersell at shows. Jamie, that's why I said I think that Bowman, even the unlicensed one last year, I think it's selling for way less than it needs to be selling for right now. I really do. Walker Howard, Jaron Hall, Ty Simpson, Anthony Richardson, Pat Garwell, Xavier Hutchinson, Jordan Battle, Mason Smith, and a Stetson Bennett first. That was a nice little run there. All right, Scott. Yeah, I mean, always goes down for sure. Oh, my brother sent a photo, but I bet it's not him. Should I? Oh, I FaceTime him. He shotgunned a beer. Let me ask him. I asked him if he got this new tool where you can shotgun beers. You oh, he just won first in a game of Fortnite. He was showing me. He got this tool where you just poke it in and it's completely clean. No like shh all over. Holinsky, there's a Will Rogers, Jabari Small, Nair, there's a Butte, Trayshawn Holden, Spencer Sanders, Sam Hartman, and Mitchell Tinsley out of Penn State with those Guardian caps. There we go. Jalen Carter, big pick there. Valladay, Jahmyr Gibbs, Invicta, Raheem Jarrett, Ringo, Grimes, Dent, Abinaconda, and Sewell. Yeah, we're going to have a whole new world to navigate with. And it's like this really weird limbo time with like Topps kind of making some things. Obviously, it's only the collegiate that's licensed and Panini not. But, they, we don't know what they're going to do when their license is up. What are the firsts from last year, like Bryce Young and Kenny Pickett and all those guys going to do? Somebody brought up, it was Chris Anderson, sent me a picture of the Leaf Pearl football patches and stuff that are coming out, and said I said, I don't know that we'll get those. That product's typically like remarkably expensive. Buckner, Addison, but I don't know. I don't remember them having like cards like that. Like it looks like they improved it. So I got to look into that. Will Levis, there we go. It's one of those cards. Gibbs, Mims and Tinsley, Dent and Battle, Graham Mertz. Monty Jackson. There's a Josh Downs out of 299. Clayton Tune, McIntosh, Tanner Morgan, Burton, and Mayer. There's a Jermaine Burton and Marvin Mims refractor. Cameron Ward, Aiden O'Connell, and Mason Smith purple with a Cade McNamara first and a Dorian Thompson Robinson. So here's what I want to do. I got a lot of cards here that got to get sleeved yet. Base Metcalf rookies. New collectors. Yeah, it's interesting. I see it at shows a lot. I was talking to Jason about it. There's a guy that goes to shows, and he set up across from me a couple times at this one show I do. And I just hear him ripping people off. And guys have called him out. They're like, don't buy from him. They're like, he's a rip-off. He's a guy, essentially a poacher. He sees new collectors and he lies to them. And he says, oh man, this card's worth like this right now. He shows them essentially fake buy it now comms. Like, I'm going to give you a deal on this card. The last one sold for $1,500. Well, it didn't. It was a $1,500 the best offer that sold for like, say, $200. I'm going to let you have this for $400. And he just takes advantage of guys like that. And unfortunately, I'm going through these old ones here. CJ Stroud. These are the other boxes. I want to pull out the second year for some of these guys, as Jamie pointed out. I don't want to miss those. There's a Jalen Carter I missed. Oh. All right, I just want to pull a few more out to sleeve up. I'd rather just be extra cautious and protect them. Sleeves aren't that much. I won't top load them, but I will sleeve them up for you. Just give me a minute here. There's a brace shown. I shouldn't have assumed just because they're second years. You're right. The draft. There's a Stroud. All right. I went back and pulled a few of the quarterbacks out, like Bryce and stuff. They're second year. Sorry about that, Jamie. I appreciate you bringing that up, man. It's important to talk about that stuff. Yes and no. I don't mind if he does it to adults. It's the ones that he does it to with kids. So parents bring their kids to shows. I don't know, Scott, how many shows you go to, but parents will bring their kids and they'll tell you. They're like, look, man, he loves collecting. I'm not really into it. I trust that he knows what he's doing. He's on YouTube all the time. So yeah, there are kids and they need to learn a lesson. But he doesn't take advantage of collectors that don't know any better. He takes advantage of kids who they're like, Dad, can I? And the dad's like, I mean, do you think it's a good deal? And he's like, yeah, like, I think it's poaching. Scott, that's what I mean. And that's what I mean. It's one thing to, like, if you're like selling with a regular investor or something like that, but guys who are smart enough, they're not going to fall for that, right? And that's what bothers me is when people take advantage of those, to the point where guys are calling him out at shows. Like, all right, don't spend your money over there. Like, I didn't know the first show, and he tried to pull some. He pulled one on me, not for a card, but for some Pokemon stuff, and I didn't know. And then I just trusted him. I was a dealer. We had been talking, and then I saw what he did, and I was like, he came back to me. I said, Nah, I'm good, man. I saw what you did earlier. He's like, what? And he told me, I said, it's my fault. I should have looked it up. He's like, well, I didn't know. I was like, you did. It's cool. That was my fault. And I called him out. And I was like, it was my fault. Simple as that. It won't happen again, I said. I won't deal with the guy. I just won't sell him anything. You have this. And like Scott, like you just said, whose fault is it, his or mine? My fault. I'm a like, I don't want to say I'm a smart guy. I know that's not the truth. I'm smart enough to know better than to trust people at card shows. I tell people that all the time. Do your research. Know what you're doing. But, you get busy at card shows. You have customers. And he comes over and you expect, like, there's, like, professional courtesies, right? And I had a box tagged wrong. It was my fault. Anybody could have bought it. But it just so happened he saw it. Came over. Tried to, like, talk me down. I was like, nah, man, I can't go any lower on that. Thank God. Sold it for less than I paid for it. It was, I could get into that story. There's more to the story because he tried, my sister who helps me at shows, he tried to pull one over on her too. I was like, no. Tony Grimes. Ooh, what do we got coming up here? Stetson Bennett out of 150. There you go. Yeah, you got to watch out for people, man. It's unfortunate. Like, this is I won't say cutthroat. It's just a kind of a grimy industry. Stetson Bennett, there you go, Jason. Nice card out of 150. That's a cool one there. And, guys are going to take advantage when they can. It's part of the business. Stetson Bennett refractor for you there, Jason, as well. Someone send me a shot. Walker Howard purple. This is BS. I got 2 more to do. I don't want to be taking these alone. Cade Klubnik and Buckner. Butte and Drew Aller. Can go through like and Clayton Tune out of Houston, another quarterback autograph. Bunch of them. People do suck, man, but we know this, right? Like now that we know it, we're informed. I talk to kids all the time. I tell them at shows. Like I'll literally tell them at shows, if you're not sure, take a walk. Do your research. Even kids that come to me, like I don't know if I want it. I said absolutely. Here, you can, I said, I'll tell the dad, like, I'll set the cards over here. I can write the information down. I'll show him pictures. Like, I completely, want you to make, if you don't feel comfortable with it, don't do it, is what I always tell, like, the kids and stuff. But, kids got to learn, too. Tyler Buckner. But I tell them, if they ever have questions, they can come over and talk to me during the show. Mason Smith, ask me questions. He's part of a show. You go to a show. Part of the show is the experience, right? Like you need to have a good time, enjoy the show. It should be an educational opportunity. Scott, absolutely, man. That's a great I don't always agree with you on a lot, but I agree with you on that. Break pricing is a great opportunity because it's a breaker's job. Like, dude, the quote Jason and I always share is breakers are inherently lazy, right? Like, they'll generally just like, oh, the last product was this. So, and I've made mistakes. There's been times I've made mistakes. But breakers are, quote-unquote, inherently lazy, meaning that they just price out according to last product. And I don't mean to put all breakers in a bubble. I don't want myself put in a bubble. But it's interesting if you can do that. If you can look at checklists, if you're smart enough, they copy and paste lists. And if you're smart enough to take advantage of those guys, like, hey, they have this team for $20. I see it. This year's a great example of it is the Niners. Like, people who post the Niners just up, and when they don't have Purdy on the list, you have to put that money somewhere generally. I always tell you guys that. Like, I have a bottom line, so I spread that number out across the teams. Well, guys who put Purdy on the list and they can jack the Niners up, that means they can deduce other teams. They don't have to mark other teams up as much. Well, when Purdy's not in there, that means generally they can mark some teams a little bit cheaper. Cade Klubnik, Hendon Hooker, Caleb Williams, they seem to go together. But yeah, that's been the CJ Stroud and Joey Porter. The one this year that's caught my eye. And Scott, that's what I was just saying. I don't know if you typed that out before or after I said that, but that's this year's example. There's always some, though. That's cool, Scott. Does she look with you? Emery out of 199. Hold on, I have to tell my brother. My brother's going to show you his new shotgun tool. Will Anderson, Van Dyke, Brennan Armstrong, and Burton. Bo Nix, Zach Calzada, Ben Urasek, Pat Garwo, Refractor, and Xavier Worthy. Will Rogers first. Trayson Potts. Emery Ramblin, Mason Smith, Stetson Bennett, Helinski, Kelly Ringo, and Cade McNamara. There's like schmutz on this card here. Breakers who overpriced Steelers. You must have been talking to Chris Anderson. They kind of the Steelers fans kind of got shafted this year with a shitty draft and Pickett being the only quarterback in the first round. Because again, going back to my point is that the money has to go somewhere, right? They do. It does. The only justification I'll do for breakers who really price up the Steelers is they find a way to price some of the teams they can't sell very low, and they're able to do it. I just wasn't willing to jack up the Steelers in order to price teams lower. Like, I felt like you try to keep it, as fair as possible. Missed one there. All right, here we go. Hold on, let me hold that pack. I'll put this here. Oh, where's my phone? On the floor, of course. That's what it belongs. All right, I'm gonna put you on the camera here. All right.
On camera?
I'll keep the cards in sight here. All right, so show them your new tool you got.
Alright, this little guy. Little shark. It's supposedly for your keys, because that's responsible. You gotta take it everywhere.
Well, while you're driving, that way you don't spill it on your lap.
I guess it's better than stabbing yourself in the hamstring or, in the quad while you're driving. Alright, here we go. So you tilt it down, and then all it does is it sucks this in, and then like that.
That's so clean. That's impressive. I've yet to do one of those.
Yep.
Next Friday, buddy.
Been nice.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, well, it was worth waking up for, so.
You woke up to take a beer. That's the man. Jamie wants one. I think we should get him. Uh-oh. Bringing the noise. It's Coors Light, so it's really just water. Aaron was asking if we've ever seen the shotguns you slide the beer into. You sent that before, but they were back ordered like 6 months.
Slide a beer. I thought we saw one for bottles.
I don't know. No, we saw that can where it like pierces it and you drink it out of the gun.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was cool.
Aaron says you're shotgunning water.
It still hurts you.
That's like shotgunning a seltzer is what you're doing. Don't do it, and please don't do it.
Alright, I'm going back to bed.
You mean winning another game of Fortnite?
Nah, I'm gonna watch the end of this.
Scott says you need the shotgun a Guinness.
Guinness, that sounds good. I'm a shotgun to Bud Light apple seltzer.
Did your wiener fall off?
It was delicious.
Oh, okay.
I shotgunned a White Claw. That was good.
All right, go win more Fortnite without me.
I can't. I win once a month. That's it.
And you retire. You hang up the jersey.
You can't say that word anymore.
All right.
Oh, retire. Got it. Alright.
All right, bye.
Later.
All right, I'm going to take a shot for him since he at least sent me one. Get this counter down to 0. Shotgun of Boone's Farm. But that tool is pretty cool, isn't it? You just suck it out of the little mouthpiece there. That's the first I've seen him do it like that. He sent me like a video. I couldn't really see. It was grainy. I didn't realize you don't even pull the thing out. Cheers to technology and innovation. My brother's busy making fun of me. He said, "Don't." I told him I was taking shots, and he said, "Uh-oh, don't be hungover for tomorrow." Because I told him I'm trying to be better, and apparently now I'm See, Aaron, I can't. I used to drink all those. I used to drink all those heavy beers, all the IPAs. I've quit. Every now when I go out, like if they have a really good beer on tap, but I just stopped buying IPAs for the house. I drink light beer at home. If I go out to eat, I'll get a good beer. I just can't do it anymore, man. I could. I just don't want to be that dude. I'm such a loser. I'm all right with it, though. I've accepted it, you know. Accepting your downfalls is not the first. Like Michael Mayer there, part of the first opportunity of growth. Jackson Dart, Ty Simpson, Cam Rising, Bryce Young, Jaron Hall. And there it is, Cameron Ward, another numbered quarterback. This is going to be out of 199. Cameron Ward going out to Ricky. That used to be me, Aaron. It was like, what's your highest percentage beer that you have, please? Zach Evans. And there's a Will Rogers Invicta. Good break. And we had a ton of cards top-loaded in this. Walker Howard first. Anthony Richardson Hollow, Refractor, and Anthony Richardson base. I don't know what all this stuff is on the card, guys, but just for the record, I didn't put it there. So here's the thing, and Jamie, to go back to like if you're watching and saying 17% beer, what's he do? Live in Canada? That's like Wildcat from Canada, my senior trip year. Yes, I went north. I'm gonna sleeve all these up to be safe. So I'm gonna go through about 3 packs of sleeves, probably 3 packs of sleeves, because I just don't know what to expect out of this. You know, we just don't know. I have a bigger stack of top-loaded cards here. That's why this stuff is really hard as a breaker. You know, we talk about breakers and stuff, Scott. It's really hard as a breaker. I went through almost 3 packs of top loaders here, if not more. And I'll show you here in a minute all the top loaded cards we have. And then, you know, it adds weight to the shipping and all that. And I'm not complaining. I'm just filling you in through kind of like why this is hard, because they leave top sleeves no margins on anything for breakers. And it's just tough because you want to take care of cards. Here's our non-hit cards from this break. If you want to like treat cards the way I believe you should treat them. But he has a beer subscription. I always wanted to do one of those. Michael Mayer. I'm going to rifle through these quickly. Will Rogers, Walker Howard first, Anthony Richardson, Klubnik, Hendon Hooker, Caleb Williams, Will Rogers, Stetson Bennett first, Emery, Buckner, Bennett Silver, refractor I should say, Walker Howard purple. There's a Stetson Bennett out of 150. Levis refractor, Josh Downs out of 299, Mason Smith purple. We got Anthony Richardson, Bennett, Will Rogers insert, Jahmyr Gibbs, Walker Howard. There's a Mason Smith out of 199 first. Hendon Hooker, Caleb Williams. 211 Steel Reserve. They're like the real silver cans with the black writing, right? Isn't it? Hendon Hooker, really cool card there. Bryce Young, Jahmyr Gibbs silver, Caleb Williams, Bijan Robinson, Hendon Hooker. There's an Isaac Rex first purple. CJ Stroud, cool insert there. Phil Dracovic out of 399. Brennan Armstrong refractor. Bennett, Anthony Richardson, Bryce Young, Bo Nix Invictica. Jordan Travis purple out of 150. Spencer Sanders, Will Levis insert. ETN purple out of 399. Dylan Gabriel, Anthony Richardson, Bennett, purple Cam Rising, Hendon Hooker, and Isaac Rex out of 99. And just to kind of show you a little bit, look, why I think this product is cool. I mean, come on now. Some of this stuff is pretty nifty. This guy is a giant. We had the Isaac Rex out of 99. We had the Trevor Etienne out of 399. Like I said, Jordan Travis out of 150. Dracovic out of 399. Mason Smith out of 199. Josh Downs out of 399. And the Stetson Bennett, really cool card, out of 150. And then the purples were... There should have been another purple in there, not numbered somewhere. But Cam Rising, Rex, and Mason Smith. There might have been one in here that I missed. Here it is. Walker Howard first. I knew I missed one. For our hits, no hitless credits on this one because it's a player break. We don't do it. But, man, a lot of QB autos in here. Clayton Tune starting it out here. He's the quarterback out of Houston. Mitchell Tinsley is going to be a wide receiver out of Penn State. Xavier Valladay first. He is a running back out of Arizona State. Then we got the Zach. Everything else is numbered. A lot of numbered stuff in this one. Zach Evans out of 50. Ole Miss running back. Cameron Ward is going to be the quarterback out of Washington State University out of 199. Dylan Gabriel, big card there, out of the Sooner starting quarterback, 104 out of 199. And then we had the Will Rogers out of 25. That is going to be a Mississippi State quarterback. Hendon Hooker on the Indianapolis Colts? No. Hendon Hooker went to the Lions? The Lions? Out of 199? I think he went to the Lions, right? All right, you guys suck. You didn't send me enough videos. You really suck. I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to random up the next one if the payments are in. I'll be back in about... I'm hoping to do quick trades. I don't want to be breaking after 11:30, like starting a break. So be ready to rock and roll, baby. Get some videos sent, man. Have a drink with me. I owe one more. I got to get the shot counter down to 1. We did 3. I know. I said have another break, man. I have to go random it up. Jamie, go back to your girl.